brothers gave me the fear and the promise of death. To walk with my life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Clear bodies who make on you. I can't ask Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And yes, I know money. And more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
There are things we can do. We bringing good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out part of the globe. For the top people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, the San Tobacco. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
And indeed, we want help. We tired smoking drugs. Yes. Well, let me see. I think I got to go back to that and do this adjustment quickly.
That's what we trust. We want help. That's what we trust. We want help. That's what we trust. We want help.
Good. We want help. We in fact we tired smoking drugs. That the disadvantaged youth, or we call the zogos. Yes, these kind of names are not named to call people, but again, we used to these kind of name now because they've been around for nearly how many years now? Someone would say almost 18 years, right? Or better stay 20 years. Because since the war, in fact, people ask we're not open to these things. Most of our old folks, our parents before, they used to, what we call drunkard, they used to, they are old folks that pay them, drinking some of the pan and falling, and, behaving that way. So when they see people falling or sometimes into water, or, maybe what you may call into the drainage or so forth, their mind be like, oh, that person drink liquor, or that person drunk, or something happened and back to back. But nowadays, it's not only drinking liquor. It's now turning into something else that even our mothers, they are also, in fact, they are confused. No, they think getting out of here now, and we got to do something about this thing and see how best to tackle these things and see how best to fight this thing, because this thing taking away all of our happiness and taking away our children, and one thing about drugs, that's why we come here, we say these things, some of you get angry. This thing don't pick and choose. But anyway, shall I show people? What's the time like? 7 minutes past what? Past 6. That's the time check from what I said. And broadcast on the 7th of August, the 8th month, and the year we mean what? The same. 2025. So many things to talk about today. Mr. Connor and the rest of the team will be here with us very, very soon. But please, let's share the show. Those of you who just joining, share the show. Today, Steve will be here, the tough talking. It's not easy, though. People are fighting with genuine mind. People want to, they want to see their country moving forward. In fact, their country been freed out of drugs and so forth. But they pretend that, these people, oh God. But anyway, let's show people. Let me see. We have a couple of videos that we'll play for you while we go. I think the later news, in fact, these people, they read counts, and I think it's 12 or 15 counts. Wow. And some of the counts have A, B, C. You see. Some of the how you call it counts that you guys are recommending to the president. Some of them have A, B, C, D. So when you read, the count, and maybe you don't understand that one, just forget it. Then you move straight to count, maybe to count 2, count 3, and understand something. But again, it's not easy that indeed both will also. There you go. Won't be telling you about security. You're gonna be taking it for a joke. You share the show for my people. Okay. I think Mr. Connor already here. Let me see. But Mr. Connor, all right, Mr. Connor is here, and Brother Ali also is here. But Mr. Connor, good evening and welcome. I know it's afternoon, better stay morning to your end. Well, what's up?
Yeah, good morning. It's 11 o'clock here. Precisely 9 minutes after 11. Can you hear me?
Yes, indeed, Mr. Connor, I'm getting you loud and clear, better than ever before.
All right, that's great. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. Thank God for life. It's just that it's raining here. Whenever the rain fall back home, that means some of us, sometimes our little hustle, everything pause. And, we like, I like, what you may call it, but there's a ton of animal in the forest. During the rainy season time, we can be talking about building, but by the time the dry season comes, then forget about building. So that's how we look. During the dry season time, we'll do all of our hustle and forget to keep some. Just for the rainy season, then at the end of the day, we don't usually survive under the rain. But again, God there. But we're okay. Thank God for life. And how you doing? It's been a little while.
Yeah, man.
Hustle.
The hustle is real, man. I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. Hopefully, you're doing great as well. And I know Brother Ali Mashale is doing great. Uh, we're here today. It's going to be a very fascinating show because we've been following the happenings in the country, especially what transpired today. It was it was somehow fascinating. It was interesting. I saw a lot of stuff, and it's important that we speak truth to power. regardless of the circumstances. And I know there are a lot of people who are allergic to facts. When facts are stated, they get angry, they get agitated, they take a defensive posture, they attack people who dare to speak the truth. But yeah, it is what it is. That's our country, and it belongs to all of us, and no one can actually, tell you how you feel about your country and how to express the way you feel about it. However, Melbourne, it's good to be here. We are here to have this conversation. Primarily, we're going to be discussing, in my opinion, what happened today. That is the news.
Mm-hmm.
We might touch on other stuff and other issues, making news in the country. But it's good to be here. I'm here and ready to go.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Connor. Like you just stated, indeed, we will, if not 98% of our discussion today will be around the anti-drugs march, or better still parade, that took place on today, and that was just so great and wonderful. So we will look into that and see as to where the government are making mistakes and where our own people too, where some of the things happening and so forth. But again, that's good. But Ali, good evening and welcome.
Good afternoon, Mayborn. Good afternoon, Mr. Kane. Or good afternoon to our Liberian people, our listening audience and followers. This is Aliu Masale from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Glad to be here this afternoon. And Mayborn has Mama Liberia.
Well, I just stated so many things are happening, but above all is the drugs issues and the drugs match that took place on today. But we're great, we're good to go. Apart from the rain, the rain season, we already into the rainy season, so that's one we just used to it now. So we just have to be grateful to God. There are other places no rainfall, but for us, everything we want or everything about nature, we get everything. So we are grateful.
Thank God for that. Yes, we here. So where are we? Where we starting from?
Well, so that good. So again, let me just give you update quickly. But I don't know what I should ask Mr. Connor quickly on what been trending on his mind quickly. Then maybe they'll come back home. What are some of the things? Yeah. So Mr. Connor, maybe before we go into deep into our discussion today, what are some of the things maybe that have been holding you, or maybe that you've been observing, if not today, for the few times? Maybe you can just use 1 or 2 minutes.
Honestly, I have a lot on my mind, but today I want us to have enough time to discuss this idea of fight against drugs abuse in the country. And I think we have a lot to unpack. And I would like to listen to some of the happenings in the country from you. And then after that, we can dive into the actual conversation right away because we have a whole lot to unpack around here today.
Wonderful. So no time to waste. Indeed, you are quite correct because sometimes time is meant, in fact, enemy. Sometimes people don't know the use of time. So let's move straight, yes, to our discussion. I don't know what Mark. I'm seeing Mark. I hope that I sent you the link because I'm seeing. Yeah, Mark, you have to come on. Oh, yeah, I think I sent the link to you already, Mark. So Mark, you have to come on. Steve will soon join us very soon. Yeah, indeed, Mr. Kane. This issue of drugs, I think they've been around for nearly 20 years now, or better still. Someone will say maybe 22, 23 years in the war, since the war 2003, August 1, when the former president Charles Gange Taylor left. But again, on today, the campaigner said no to drugs. Mind you, they've been talking about this awareness since I think almost 2 to 3 weeks ago. And the day they choose was on today, August 7. Yes, on this day, on Thursday, and which of course this morning we wake up this morning to Liberians from different background, youth, old folks, just all of them, waking up this morning with their placards or their signposts, or what you may call it, this morning with the inscriptions. So many inscriptions, but one of the one that caught everyone's attention is the "Say No to Drugs." So again, this morning, the march at the Capitol Hill, where they carried their petition to the government of Liberia on the issue of drugs that are killing young people, that are eating away the future generation. So our mothers, our young people, and our fathers, they thought a while to go at the Capitol building on today, and they were all seen with mixed people, politicians, all of them today, those who are not politicians, those who are supporters of the government, and those who are not also supporters of the government also today, they were seen at the Capitol building, giving their petition to the government, and read through, I think, about 15 counts that are being placed on the decks of the speaker, because mind you, the team, the House of Representatives received their petition today. But again, there are so many questions and doubts in the mind of people as to how this thing going to be effective, what's going to happen, because mind you, the issue of drugs now have been like the people from the high up, someone would say, they, there are fingers that have been pointing up there for when it comes to the issue of the sale of drugs, importation of drugs, and so forth, that people are widely accusing the bigger hands up there that in fact they are the ones that are in the habit of supporting those people who quote unquote supporting drugs. So people have their own saying today. Other people, some women were also saying that because of the drugs issue, no men business high. So the government should do something to give, to get rid of drugs so that they can get husbands and to be able to marry. So, Mr. Kana and Brother Ali, so far, these are trending national issues. I know we all will have our own take on all of the things on today, what we saw, and the forward march of the issue of drugs, even though the president yesterday also have his own statement. And if you go down into his statement, I think they're almost like, 12 bullet points also that the president put out. So we are watching who's going to look up to who and who's going to support who. So if that is it, from 15 counts to almost 12 bullet points from the president too. So far so good, Mr. Connor, that these are happening. And I don't even know how to even go about with these things, but these are happening back home in Liberia.
Yeah, so do you want me to go first, or you want? Anyway, Mo is here. My man Mo, welcome, my brother. What's up?
What's up, Mr. Cunningham? Man, you've been gone for a while now. Like, what's going on? Everybody asking what happened to Sekou. I say, Sekou
I know.
The show. I said, no, Sekou. They meant that will feature them for political parties. So
yeah, exactly.
I get used to him being gone for a while, but we keep it. We're holding the ground. We are here. Thank God for life.
You guys are great, man. Mabel, Steve, Ali, Mo, you guys are the best, man. Yeah. Steve, my man, welcome. What's up?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kane. I'm doing okay.
I was expecting you here before me, but
yeah,
luckily for me, I was here before all of you today.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one made
So I wanted to turn my light on my camera on, but the lighting is not too good. It's not too clever. I'm using my computer, so I'm not gonna have any phone problem today to see somebody call in. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna be here for the full show. So okay. I'm glad to be here, and Melbourne already opened the show. Maybe you guys have something to say before we dive into the actual show. So do you have anything more to say before we start the actual conversation?
Well, not much. They got a lot of training issue, but I think the protest today, or the submission of a petition, is the national issue on the decks for discussion. So I guess I don't have that much to say other than the protest and my take on the protest, because for me, I don't buy into this idea of just protesting, and I want to know the government if they will be active in terms of participation, if there are going to be some policy remedy. Because the one thing that confused me today, the fight on drugs was one of Joseph Boaga's fundamental pillars when it comes to the arrest agenda. And how can you remind a president of his own agenda or fundamental pillar within the arrest agenda? Like I said, I don't know. It almost like someone promises you are going to cook you a palm butter, right? And on the way to the market, you say you're going to remind them about palm nuts. That's how it seemed to me today. Because if drugs was one of the major issues on which President Boaga became president, I don't know how consensus, because the only reason they got to the street today because they know they haven't seen anything on the government part to mitigate this issue of drugs into the country. So you are literally telling a man who prioritized fighting drugs to go and do his work. Now, if it's only on the issue of drugs, then think about the other aspect of the arrest agenda. And now the president, like we said, on the economy, he putting your task force together. Like, are you serious? We are almost 2 years into your presidency. We are talking about 1/3 of your presidency, and you want for the Liberian people to get on the street to raise a concern before you can start. It's almost like a fire brigade mentality. You always want for disaster to strike before you can retaliate or before you can address. Then I don't think you are serious. I don't think the arrest agenda is in full swing. That's my take today. And one thing I'd like to specify is the magnitude of the protest. The protest is a national issue. It's not only a national security threat, it's also an economic threat, and it poses a systemic threat to the future of Liberia. But when you look at Montserrado County with more than 2 million plus, we have 5 million, but almost 1/3 of the population is concentrated in Montserrado County. And when you look at the people that turned up for the protest today, I don't want to call it impressive anyway. And thanks to the people that show up today, at least they were patriotic enough, because this issue knows nothing about politics. Whether you're from the ANC, CDC, or United Party, drug affects everyone. But when we talk about protests in Liberia, most especially of the issue with the kind of a magnitude, at least 50,000 to 100,000 people should be able to show up. Because just looking at the data alone, it says 1 in every 5 Liberians is being affected, the young people, by drugs. So when you live in a city or a county with 2 million plus people, I don't want to see 5 or 10,000 people. At least 100,000, then I would know that we are ready for business. And I never saw anything simultaneously in other part of the country. Whether it was in another county, the only thing that happened today was on the doors of the Capitol building. So, but that's it. That's Liberia for you. It just tells me that, it tells me if there are any political protests or future protests, I don't think people are responding to the issue happening in the country like the way they should. That was my take. That's my own assessment of what I saw today. But I'll stop there for now.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Mom. Steve?
Well,
you have something to say before we dive into it?
Yes, I know we will talk about lots of politics today, but let me share the sentiment with Monk. Monk tried to make it professional. For me, you already know me, I can talk it very raw and clear. I think it was a useless venture. I think the government is useless in terms of addressing the issue of drugs. They have no intents. They got no plans. And let me just be clear about this. The drug issue is not a Joseph Boaga issue. However, Joseph Boaga campaigned on Kush. They even got a song on Kush. Joseph Boaga took over. His very first thing that he talked about was you were going to take, nobody asking for drug tests. You were going to take drug tests and all the other extra things. So for them to reduce the budget for the LDA from 2 million to 500,000 or whatever you want to call it, it's a disgrace. And let me say to you all the Liberian people, first off, let me say this. I knew that this whole thing today was a sham, it's a joke. That my first time in my life to see government coming to protest against themselves when they have the solution to fix that problem. It's a useless venture. And to those of you who wasted your time and went in the rain, it's a useless venture. Nothing will happen. We saw it on a job we told you all. The day you're serious, and to the bigger picture, this is becoming a serious problem in Liberia, wherein when people want to protest, if the government not co-sign on it, people can come outside in the sample. That is a problem. We warn you all during the June 7 protest from Costa and Compromise to protest. We told you. Protest should be something that people utilize to express, the disregard or the disagreement with the government on issues. It can be something where government control I've never seen a certain government protest against itself. I don't understand. I'm seeing government officials to the point where in the whole protest was overshadowed by Jeremiah Kun's wife. Oh, Jeremiah Kun's wife want to talk about helping the Zogos? Wonderful. She with Jeremiah Kun every 24/7. What has she done on the record to help? I saw Edwin Melvin Snow. Oh, from Charles Taylor Tom. Today, Edwin Melvin Snow know that they get drug in Labrador passing around. I saw you running to ECOWAS. The player know that this is a useless venture. You got to get ECOWAS to come in. It's like your horse catching on fire. You say, no, you will not use the water bucket that you get to call the fire, but you will wait for your neighbor then to come first to come teach you how to call the fire. When your horse is burning, that way I know you're not serious. The government has no interest in this. In fact, it is alleged that the president's son is involved with drug laws. It is alleged. It is even alleged that the president, knowingly, and other people in the government, other senior government officials, allegedly, they're all involved with the drug trading thing. Some of them don't have the facts and the documentation to it. That's why you see or using the word alleged. You know I don't use alleged when I got the facts. Y'all know that one. So this is embarrassing. This is discouraging. And this thing is going nowhere. And I'm just feeling sorry for the poor people. Can you imagine somebody text me talking about, oh, they won't go for the march. They won't face Obama. I should send them 50 to face the banner. I told him, I said, you crazy, eh? You think I'm part of that? Your crazy thing you got going on in that country? That means they'll send you money to go face banner, to go get yourself out there, so that you can use the banner money when you finish walking around. You spend 10 out of 40 dollars, you go buy liquor, later on to go smoke sushi and the other one. I know there's someone who support that your thing. So we have a bigger problem. We have a trouble. And it seems like this thing is never going to be addressed. Joseph Barker will never address the drug issue. Let me get that right now. It's not going to happen. I saw people who were alleged. I thought they arrested the scene, I know, Baba Too Sweet Ball, whatever it is, for drug bidding. Then I hear a partner around saying, okay, I'm talking about drug bidding. You're serious in that country? Well, Mr. Kane, I mean, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Steve. Before you guys came, Melbourne, myself, and Ali, we were already here, and they said a few things, and Melbourne actually entered the show officially. When he asked me to say something, that's when you guys showed up, and that's why I decided to go to you guys first before I can say anything. You guys are right on point. I read a statement today allegedly made by President Joseph Boakai, and it reads as follows: we cannot allow the spread of illicit drugs to turn our children into victims, our communities into ghettos, and our neighborhoods to shuttle for criminal elements. This national emergency demands more than words. It demands bold, sustained, and irreversible actions. We have been hard at work in this fight, never wavering in our resolve. Can you imagine? And then on that statement, you have a picture of Joseph Boakai, the president. He's not even wearing the shirt. They took the shirt and just hang it on him. Like someone a statue, you go take a shirt and just wrap it around him and take a picture that he is saying no to drugs. What a shame. What a disgrace. What a uselessness of a government. What kind of petition are we talking about here? To the legislature for what? To say what? To do what? The whole effort, the intention by so many people is right. But I can tell you, all government officials, including Joseph Nima Boakai, they were all faking it. They're all fake, and they're all doing this for political expediency, not because it's the right thing to do, not because they care about Liberia whatsoever. This is done for political reasons. Because they have failed, few people in the country are concerned. Many people may be concerned, but people are willing to step out to speak out. So Joseph Nima Bwaga and the Unity Party will join to protest against drugs. What are you talking about here? You are the government. You have all the laws on the books.
Yeah.
You have the resources. You have the manpower. You have the political power. But you do not have the will. You do not have the will, the courage to fight drugs. In my opinion, Joseph Nima Bwagai is first suspect of drug abuse in our country. Because you know what? If you have the power, you have the laws on the books, you have the resources, but you are misdirected. Amen. The very time Joseph Bwaga government took power, he said fight against drugs was going to be his priority. They went to work. They budgeted $2 million plus to fight drugs. Guess what? The people that were responsible to be in the vanguard of that fight, they got into problem among themselves. It took Joseph Bwaga more than 6 months to resolve a minute problem of leadership in the drug enforcement agency. That's somebody that is serious about drugs, fighting drugs. It takes Joseph Bwaga up to 8 months to make decision as to who to lead the fight against the drugs, drug abuse. And guess what? At the same time, while he was dragging his feet to resolve that problem, the entire LDA was abandoned. And they didn't stop there. They went ahead, they downsized the budget. The one that was approved by the legislature, $2 million plus. Joseph Bwaga then went and deformed and reduced the amount from $2 million to $500,000 that budget year. Is that somebody who is serious to fight against drugs? You know, I'm going to say this. People can get angry all they want, but Joseph Bwaga is very deceptive. Joseph Bwaga government get into power with lies and deceptions. They don't have priorities. They go by the wave. They go by the wind blow. They have no plan, no idea whatsoever to fight against drugs abuse. They are, I consider them as accomplices. They are the enablers. They are the one enabling drugs proliferation in our country. Imagine, Joseph Bwaga, you have the power, the money, that $1,100,000 you use to buy a car for yourself. Should have directed that money to the fight against drugs in the country. All the useless money you're taking to share among yourselves. $5 million given to one useless guy you call him or speaker at the time. $5 million. That would have done a lot if that money was used to fight against drugs, to get more law enforcement on the street, to put more serious-minded people to work. But these people, you know what they do? They are confused. They have no plan for Liberia. They have no idea. They don't know what to do. They only know how to steal from the Liberian people. Look at today. You know, when people want to start, even those who were protesting, I will not even call it protest. It's just waste of time. Because why? When Joseph Bargas spent 6 months with no leadership, defined leadership at the LDEA, at that time, we start hearing about different drugs. Before Joseph Bargas came to power, we only heard about Kush and other drugs. But when they came there, we start hearing about a lot of different drugs. In the middle of that, Joseph Bargas abandoned the LDEA for 6 months. And then guess what? He defunded it. They're forgetting about it since when? Almost going to 2 years now. Nothing whatsoever. Or simply because some good Liberians are now deciding to say, you know what? We got to speak out. So now, all of a sudden, Joseph Bargas, a government official now, are the one protesting. Who are they protesting against? Who's supposed to enforce the drug law? Who's supposed to pull people to work? Who's supposed to direct money? Who's supposed to get funding? They're not Joseph Bargas? What kind of people are so? You think all of us stupid? Because I know many people from the Unity Party and Joseph Bargas support that they are very stupid and disingenuous to the Liberian people. What are you protesting for? What are you getting on the street to do? All you need to do, direct your energy, direct the funding, order the police, empower them, empower the LDEA, and point to rightful people to get to work. Look at the kind of statement Joseph Bargas is making. That actions is better than words. It's not just words. But what are you doing? You have all the opportunity. You have all the power, the money, the laws. You have everything at your disposal. What are you doing with it? Come on, man. You know, Joseph Bargas, just like a statue. The same way they can treat him when they bring him to the public to give speech or speeches, that's the same way they can be treating him in the thing. Liberian people are just stupid. We can just all fall for it. You know, if anybody fail to support Joseph Bargas' action, anybody who does not support Joseph Bargas' way of doing things in the Unity Party, they automatically don't love Liberia. They are the only people that love Liberia. And their action is the only action that is for Liberia. That is taking one nowhere. If you speak against it, they say you are against Liberia. If you speak against the United Party, you are against Liberia. If you speak their bad behavior, you are against Liberia. If you speak their inaptitude, you are against Liberia. Because they are the only Liberian, they own Liberia, they own all of us. So we all have to dance to their drum beat. Unfortunately, for you guys, we're all not stupid. So I think it was a useless venture. The people who were protesting, they were serious. They should have protested against Joseph Bargas when you were dormant for 8 months with no leadership at the LDEA. They should have protested when Joseph Bargas' son was taking people on the street, taking them to LDEA to be appointed to serve a drug enforcer. How can a drug dealer and drug smoker, drug user be the drug enforcer? Joseph Bargas' son is accused of being in drugs. How can he be the one giving his own people to LGEA leadership to be appointed to put a uniform on them to go on the street. Are you telling me you are not sending them to go sell more drugs? So this is
Yeah,
just
but
hypocrisy and disrespectful to the Liberian people. I think there might be some people in there, Steve, Mong and Mabel and Aliu. There might be some people in there that are actually genuinely were in there for the good reason. But Joseph Boakai and the government officials of Liberia, they are not serious-minded people. They were not in it for Liberia. They're just in it because they feel that it is politically expedient for them and it is in their interest to just show that they're fighting. But you have all the power, you have all the tools that you need. You have all the tools that you need to fight drugs, but you're not doing it. You want to follow with a good picture, stretching your hand saying no to drugs. You can do better than that. Maybe
Well,
thank you.
yes, thank you so much, Mr. Kane, and the rest of you. Thank you. Actually, let me more quickly before you come on. Let me join all of you, Mark, Steve, and the other Mr. Kane and Brother Ali. For me, I think on today, like all of you just stated, my own take on the entire issue about drugs and so forth. We've been saying these times we are numbers. Even we use all of our free time, we use the airwave free of charge, to tell our government how to go about with these things. But again, today, they just tell them the kind of, for me, I think today just the acquaintance. Because what I did witness today is the acquaintance, maybe between quote unquote the politicians and maybe and Liberians. Because the way some of our people today, the way they were behaving, like laughing, you say drugs, killing your children, taking away the young people, their future, and you go to a Capitol building with laughter, you cracking jokes, you are there playing phone here and there, Prophet Key, see Prophet Key then dancing, and how they call the other born naked. So like today, just like acquaintance. Another thing, I don't really think that Liberians are ready to really fight what we call drugs, because you can't even leave all of the ghettos still operating. All of the ghettos are still active and still operating as we speak. So-called go back to status quo. While Prophet Keys and Born Naked, while they were down there today dancing here and there, people shaking hands, people exchanging numbers, all kinds of things happening today. So for me, I feel Liberians, we got to change. Nobody saying that by you coming out today was wrong. No. But let's be serious for once. Instead of us to fight hard and look in the faces of our government. But other of you were like, United Party people, the other group of people, CDC people, everybody, acting on his phone. Anyway, maybe that's how you see it. That's how people maybe want to go about with it. But for me, if care is not taken, we will go back ×2 of this match, because whenever Liberia match or maybe stand up for things, that's the time things can get worse. I don't know about somebody, but the issue of drugs that we take it for a joke is serious, and the dealers and those users are also interacting with each other now as we even speak. How to go about, how to change the level, which strategy to use, how to go about with these things. And we're joking, we're laughing, we're playing fun, while the politicians are children are outside of Liberia. Now I wanted to say, my brother Steve. Yeah.
Well, I know we're about to transition, and we'll be going to the news bulletin. But just like Mr. Cannon said and the rest of you guys, what is the plan now? You're finna go and marry, making and just passing around, making your own thing as all be serious. You all made the government first of all to overshadow the entire thing that you're supposed to take seriously. That's the first thing. The second thing, you're saying no, say no to drugs. So you're trying to, that two things, either you're telling all that, the people in the Capitol building, they don't want.
Okay, cool. Another observation.
You're telling us that you agree that drug in the country, but people should just say no to it. You think when somebody addicted to drug or somebody want to use drug, just by passing around telling them I say no to drug, then they will say no to drug. You think that's how it works? Do you really think so? The third part of this thing here is this. What is the long-term plan? What is the long-term goal? What do you guys intend to achieve? If the government, which the government will not do nothing, because like we said from day one, Joseph Boakai doesn't care. I was saying I spoke to someone. The person told me, Joseph Boakai does not care, my man. Y'all can say what I want to say. Joseph Boakai knows he at the end stage of his life. He doesn't give a damn about what he'll be doing. He will do what he want to do. He will useless that country. And when he will go. He don't care. And that's exactly the behavior we're seeing. So what is the end goal now for you? The women who are going there and passing around, they who are wasting your time. What is the end goal? What you intend to achieve now? What you intend to achieve? Because basically today that the government went to show off. All the people who made noise for the government, they don't went there to dilute the actual thing you went there for. And you're sat down with them there, you're laughing, you're joking, you're serious thing. It's like I go to court on my serious case. The person who harmed me send somebody to come and make fun out of my case. Me and the person said that they will make fun. You guys are not serious. And guess what? Let me be clear on the show today. I want to be clear about something on the show because me, I let to take position in things or on issues. The day any Liberian person come on, if I'm on the show, you bring your own my son or my child die from drug or they want affecting the one, I will leave the show. If that means controlling the show that day, I will tell you, say, we'll not get time to discuss that one here. Let me just tell you, you're the Liberian people. Because since you all decided that you all want to avail yourself to be on useless venture, some will not here to accommodate because this is uselessness to the highest. You're never fought for no drug business today. You're not ready to fight for any drug business. You're not ready to seek your own interest. So guess what? Let all play that game. All play with your children. Guess what? My own children and my unborn children, they living in America. If God forbid anyone of them get exposed to anything, guess what? Taxpayer dollars they will take care of them. Y'all let Joseph Boakai and children to play y'all. Take care of the children, secure the children in the future. Why you be passing around laughing in the ring with them? Say you're not serious about it. We also will not be serious. Some will not be serious about it. Y'all watch and see. Let me catch any one of your can't talk about why the only person maybe that will come on there because he gets soft heart. Say who is forgiving me? I can take it eye for eye. Y'all know me already. I don't take side. And I will take it to your eye for eye. You come here and you bring out your you know the drug problem. I will cut you off. Yep. Hey, y'all want to play games? Y'all want to play fool? We'll play fool all. Monk is up to you. We'll play fool.
You know, that's one of the many reasons today. I mean, these days I'm not so into protest because it's protest is almost like a social interaction, it's almost like a social gathering that people go to protest and then they forget about the objective of the protest. They just dare to think because maybe there are a lot of young people that are less based in the country. You can just put people in the street, but there is no end result, there is no end goal. They don't have a motive for these protests. At a certain point, the government is not even going to take them seriously. You know, when the protests were ongoing, I just been doing my little research today. I was looking at the statement President Boakai made, I think was back in July of 2023. And I'm looking at the inconsistency between the statement coming from the president and that of the executive mansion press release, which was yesterday. I see a big contradiction. Well, when you go back to 2023, he accused we of being incompetent, complicit, and indifferent to the national emergency. He claimed that the WIA government was the one funneling or kind of for creating a narco state. And he gave two ways in which that the WIA-led government was turning Liberia into a narco state. He said, well, true, weaker law enforcement in the failed justice system. So that's one of the many reasons for which the whole thing about drugs or Kushmogo became one of the fundamental pillars of the arrest agenda. So my question is, if you went 2 years into your presidency, second of all, there is an issue. The executive mansion, when you go back to the statement, they say they want to strengthen the drug infrastructure, but then they have some fiscal restraint. Financial and fiscal restraint. Okay. At the same time, you are calling for other programs, right? You are talking about a comprehensive national response. You're talking about rehabilitation center and services. You're talking about technologies at the very like these people think that our people are so freaking stupid, right? You're talking about advanced port and surveillance technology, public education and judicial support. Now, how can you be claiming that you lack funding and resources? Matter of fact, your budget alone will tell you your priority. You cannot allocate 3.5 billion on a project that you deem to be a national security threat that poses a systemic risk to the future of Liberia. And in your 2024-2025 budget, you allocated only 3.5 million for rehabilitation and reintegration purposes. Is that a joke? It can't even cater to Monrovia alone, the amount you put for the entire budget. So it tells you, one thing I understand in our politics, the political operatives, they know who to pick for president. They know who they can follow. Because It seems like people are Boaga, they just be there in name only. And every day you will see evidences that they get there just to be there in name only. But the operatives are the one that run the show. That's why they always pick the least competent, the weakest among them, or these
Exactly,
are the
Mo.
ones
Exactly,
the
Mo.
national
Thank you.
attention. Because when you read a statement,
that's the point.
yeah, when you read a statement and you look at the president's action, it's just like Papa just anytime they put complaint with can arrest something. That's just how it is. Because you cannot tell me a Joseph Boaga who would claim that drugs or Kushmago is a priority, is in his agenda, but then he want a protest before he can respond. And at the same time, he complaining about financial and fiscal constraints. No, you are confusing us. Because when you look at the president's statement, let me get you some of the proposal he made. An auditing call for money and financing. He will strengthen the LDA. He will fast track a whistleblower program wherein he will reward citizens with cash incentive. Okay, if you cannot even allocate the budget, how are you going to implement this program? So it means the president is not even aware of what he's saying. One thing the budget is saying something differently. His political operative written notes that he himself can barely understand or implement. And next thing he's talking about, he waging a war on campaign on drugs. So, my man, we are just in a bad state in Liberia, and I don't think we are going anywhere anytime soon. You don't want to say that. You don't want to be a pessimist, but the one thing that I know, you cannot ignore reality. This president, he's not off for business. So the people who are there thinking that whether it's the economy or education or healthcare, I'm talking about something that is there to the country, that is a national security threat. If this president can put that in his arrest agenda and he's not even responsive to the issue of drugs, then tell me where will he deliver? Tell me now, of the whole arrest agenda at the end of Joseph Boaga says, yeah, I bet anyone will tell me why they think Joseph Boaga will be successful. If even on an issue like drugs, they cannot make the proper allocation, they cannot give you the logistical support, but then he's proposing more programs in the name of fighting drugs. The people just believe that, let me tell you something, Segu. They don't believe that all of us stupid. They know that they are people that can think. But they know that the people that can think, they are very limited in numbers. So they do this thing intentionally because the vast majority of the people that will be the one deciding the fate of this country, they don't even know what's happening and they could care less about what's happening. So people like Joseph Boaga and all of politicians, they understand this game. That's why they keep playing like that. So I will stop there, guys. That's all I can say. They know exactly
thank you, Mom. You are quite correct. So that moves strictly to Brother Aliu. Ali, what say you? Aliu? Well, Aliu, we are not getting you, but maybe Mr. Carter, I don't know whether you want to chip in on what more was said.
Yes. I was waiting for Ali to say something, but more it couldn't have been said better. More nearly. More maybe the problem about Liberia and Liberians. Majority of us are not honest people.
Oh, yes.
And the dishonesty is so apparent, it's so clear, it's so glaring that they see no problem when they support you. They see no problem with you at all. That's why most of the people in Liberia, most Liberians who are politically engaged, I have no respect for them because they are so dishonest. The same people that were supporting sending money to people to support other people's mother, you saw other people's mother on a daily basis and father on a daily basis, they pay money to the people. When you criticize Joseph Boaga, they say, they one here can be your pa, they one can be your ma, and the old man here, the papa here, you can't respect the old man, say, what about other people's mother and their father? Other people's mother and their father that were older than Joseph Boaga, they were insulted. Other political leaders, they were disrespected. They were insulted on a daily basis. President George Money Weah was insulted. His mother was insulted on a daily basis. You were paying money to people to insult his mother. Hey God, since when? speaking truth to power become a problem. Since when? Oh, so now because Joseph Mabuagai, people should not say the truth. When you say the truth, that, oh man, whether you owe, you know when you person, you should be respected. Whether you owe, when you know you president, when you do the wrong thing, you will be told. People will tell you the truth. And you don't want to be disrespected, don't politics. You want your president to be respected, respect other president. Or you don't want to be disrespected, do the right thing. Respect the rule of law. Respect the constitution. Respect the people that elected you. Don't take them for a ride. Don't disrespect the people because they are poor, because they can't fight for themselves, because they can't do anything for themselves. Because they have elected you now, they can't do nothing to you. You feel that you own them. So Ali is back. Hopefully he will be able to say something before we go to the break. Ali, are you back? You okay?
Yeah, Mr. Kane, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Thank you. You know, this issue here, I think everybody have said the city we all want to say today. Because first of all, I feel for our brothers and sisters back home who are fighting drugs today. I feel for our parents, friends, relatives, family, how they are feeling to see their children or the youthful generation for tomorrow. Today they are into drugs. I know how they feel, and we empathize with them. We feel their pain as well. Even we that are here in America, we see the same thing, children under age taking drugs and things. So we know if it could be my child tomorrow, I know how we feel. So we feel the same pain for them. But today, looking at the whole thing that happened in the country, it was just a dollar waste of time today. Because the government, they're the one that get a solution to solve this problem. And you see that today among you is that they are making mockery out of you people. Like Monk said, when you look at President Bwakai's speech 2023, and then you're looking at what he just said yesterday, you can see the deception and contradiction in it. That's why I say for me, I don't pay attention to President Bwakai's speeches because these are all contradiction, deception, being dishonest to we, the Liberian people, and making mockery of us. I think
Ali, before you finish your comment, I see someone Bano is some of the people here at the program. I don't know whether you saw that. Say before you stop drugs, stop your son.
Yeah.
Picture. You got just a bugger picture on it and some picture on it.
Yeah. I saw that banner. I saw it today all over the social media telling him to stop his son from bringing in drugs into the country. Yes, I saw it as well.
Do you know that son also where it was him picking people, taking them to LDEA to be recruited?
Yes.
Somebody who is in drugs. How would that person be recruiting people to go and serve in a drug enforcement agency?
That's troubling. That's it's just like they are trying to bring more drugs into the country. But Mr. Kane, what said does it make for you to see Aliyu Masari, I'm a drugs enforcement agency officer, and then I'm doing a volunteer work. I'm going to find somebody that bringing in $1 million worth of drugs into the country when I'm a volunteer. What sense does that make? You see?
Yeah.
Joseph Bakai claimed drug was a national emergency taking or drug test. We expected the drugs budget to increase more than all the budget aligned in the country there. But today they have been underfunded. So this was just another waste of time today. You go tomorrow again. You protest, you parade. Once the measures and the policies are not put in place, it's a waste. You go again, do another fast and prayer. When the people they decide not to put policies in place to fight drugs, it's a waste.
Ali, just a second. Maybe just inform us that we may not be carrying the news bulletin today. So they give us go ahead to continue with the show. So Steve and Mong, if you guys are around or you were trying to take a break, we have no break. We're going to continue with the show according to Mabel. So Ali, yeah, go ahead. You may continue. You may complete your.
Okay, yeah. So thank you. So this whole issue is about they should be able to put money into the budget. They should be able to put policy in place. this strategy and thing, what they can really do, how to pay these people. Even though people can be satisfied with salary, no matter how you pay somebody, but you can get somebody over there going to fight jobs, you pay them $90, you get them doing volunteer work, and the only way they succeed, sometimes to be giving those people information. For example, I'm doing jobs, they coming to raid my area, and then you tell me, oh, they coming to your area tomorrow, and I give you something. These CLDEA people, they are the one that give people the information. You see, why is Twitter today? The lady who was just arrested quite recently, and the told her they carry her Maggie. When they went there, they didn't go with any evidence. There was something that they already planned. Oh, we kind of we have no evidence, and you should throw the case out, and so she can go. And now what they did, they say, oh, how you will bring the woman here, no evidence. They threw the case out, and immediately they told her to leave the country. This guy who picture is all on social media today with Joseph Baka. They arrested him with drugs. Where is he today? They see him. They allow him to leave the country as soon as possible. Everything Joseph Baka is doing, he's doing it selectively. People that are associated with the Unity Party, when you are caught bringing drugs into the country, they just get you out of the country. When you're not associated with them, you are the one they can prosecute. So this issue, let's see. And the finish already, let's see what the government is coming to do. But we just feel for our people today was just another useless day. The people just wasted them time for because the people that are supposed to find solution to the problem, they jump a more year today, they took over the whole program. You see? So these people, they should be able to start thinking now. The moment Joseph Baka came to power, the first thing was, drugs is one of my targets. Let's see how we can put money into the budget to fight drugs. So those lawmakers, if they really mean well for the country, we expect them to go back in session now to start seeing how they can cut down some of those wasteful spending to put more money into the drugs budget. Then we know the serious and put some policies in place, get some equipment and things, empower the people. But other than that, we will see another protest again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what happened. Maybe I don't know whether you. I think something's not right. Maybe are you okay? Okay. They carry on the news. Maybe we will not be able to follow the news because of some technical problem, whatever the case is. We will continue with the show. Steve, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Mr. Kane. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I thought we were going for a news break.
No. I announced that maybe said because of some technical problem, we will not be carrying the news, so we will continue with the show. Maybe until they finish the news bulletin, they will come back.
Right.
Yeah. So what I was saying, in short, the Liberian people, they have set a very bad precedent. The precedent that Steve talked about, people can only gather on the street, or people can only protest, or people can only exercise their franchise on government's approval. And Liberian government and government officials have to be a part of it before you can do it. That's a disgrace. That means it's not even a protest. Protest is to go and show your dissatisfaction, to show your anger, to show a disagreement, to show a disapproval of what is going on in the country, to show a disapproval of government own lackadaisical behavior to do the needful. But you must be a part of the protest first. Who are you protesting against? What are you protesting for? When you have the power, you have everything you need to change it. You have everything at your disposal to right the wrongs. What are you protesting for? Look at the bugger taking some kind of shirt, wrap it around his neck, tie the sort of long sleeve shirt around his neck and took picture with it. and then showing your head. Why are they making fool out of this public? Why are they trying to make the public look like some kind of statute, some kind of an unmovable object that something anybody can just kind of hang anything on it and just do whatever they want to do with it? This is disgraceful. It is embarrassing. Joseph Boakai, if you are serious, if you want the laboratory to take you serious, you have everything that you need. Support the LDA by giving them the necessary funding. Appoint the right people who can do the job. If you think those who are there are not working, replace them. There's no shame in doing what is right. If you didn't do it yesterday, you can do it today. If you think Ebi Kuma, Fadiga, and that whole leadership were there, they were doing a good job, but their lack of leadership, caused them not to be there today, you can call them back. Or if you can't call all of them back, if you think Ebi Kuma is the rightful person for the job, call him. If you think Ebi Kuma is not the rightful person, if you think Fadiga and the other guy can do the job, call them. You have everything. You have all the power. Use everything that you have at your disposal. But you can't come and take picture, say no to drugs. Who are you telling to no to now? Yourself? When you're the one supposed to be fighting drugs? You are not prioritizing drugs. You are prioritizing sitting there in $1 million car. You are prioritizing remodeling your home for $500,000. You are prioritizing your government officials stealing $22 million and using $8 million, nothing to show for the rest of the money. You are prioritizing you and your government official conniving and steal from the Liberian people by bringing some kind of yellow machine and sell it to the Liberian people expensive and get the kickbacks. You are not prioritizing Liberia, you're not prioritizing drugs. You are only there taking money behind the Liberian people, behind the legislature, behind everybody to sell Wologisi Mighty. You are only there to enrich yourself, to enrich your family, and worrying about how to get re-elected 2029. It is disgraceful, Steve.
Yes, it is disgraceful. Mr. Kane, moving moving along, this is part of the distractions that we keep talking about. Yesterday it is alleged that it's just from one noise to another with Joseph Boakai. It's just from one noise to another, and this is becoming a problem. Look, folks. Maybe those of you who supported Joseph Boakai, and Mom said it right. Mom said it right. That's why, even before anybody could go anywhere, Delon said he was leaning towards Boakai. That's why Nyombli Kanga Lawrence supported Joseph Yuma Boakai. That's why anybody, John Balu, all the people you saw supporting Joseph Yuma Boakai, all the people you saw bringing the Liberian people problem between anybody you see bringing the Liberian people problem between United Party, let me say it today, and CDC. And I'm not going to say it on this show, and Ale, CDC, they anything better than Joseph Boakai. No. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Look, we're not going to forget about history. CDC, similar protests were held on CDC. What did Joe Weah do? And he sat on the brought some kind of foolish paper and they said out the roadmap. Can you imagine in the UNO roadmap, CDC UNO roadmap, they were talking about getting DNA machine. What kind of foolish people are these people? We told them the same thing. How they won't get DNA? How does DNA machine solve drug issue? To tell you that all the CDC people too, I see Masare, Mr. Ali Masare talking. He's a CDC. He supports the CDC. I see him talking, and we're tussle. No, that type of DNA machine, and we told you on the show here that you guys are not serious-minded group of people. That you're not there to address the people's plight as well. You honor your 100 million drug boss went on you guys. You let the white people walk away. Me, I'm not here for higher hypocrisy. I'm not here for higher thing where I can say, oh, that politics. When people lie, they lie. When they can steal, they can steal. CDC was as bad as Unity Party. The only difference I see here is this. The Unity Party, we expect you all to be educated because we quote unquote say, we were inept, incompetent, we're not educated, seditious, we're not educated. Great. The only difference here is you're claiming to be educated, you have the experience, you know government work or whatever it is. You guys have turned out to be the worst thing that has ever happened. How can your achievement be measured by CDC standards? How? So both of you guys are useless group of people, the CDC and the Unity Party. There should be no way Labrador should be given to CDC or Unity to George Weah. I see you're passing around with George Weah's son going to San for Marcel while the Labrador people going to sleep hungry, and you're making that as an achievement for George Weah to come back. There seems stupidity you follow to bring George Weah to power. That it seems stupidity you won't kill us in again. How does George Weah playing for AC Milan and becoming world best? How did that equate to somebody being qualified for the job of presidency? The thing we have to ask United Party people, how does Joseph Yuma Boakai telling you say he living on loan, but in the same sentence telling you say he coming rescue you? Can somebody who living on loan come to rescue you? What is sense in that thing? So both parties, both people, both leaders are a serious-minded group of leaders. Joseph Boakai is not a serious-minded man at his age. George Weah is not a serious-minded man. I told you before, I support George Weah socially. If it comes to chilling, if they come to looking for woman, if they come to foolishness, if they come to drinking, getting high, I will support George Weah because I error. Joseph Boakai, if it come to lying, if they come to being a con artist, if they come to be deceptive, if they come to be a crook, I will support him that way he belongs. He does not belong in a society where you get serious-minded people to do what is right. So both of them I will support them in that department. When it comes to the presidential Labrador, there is no way Joseph Boakai and George Weah should be options. And we need to start having this hardcore conversation from the get-go. We shouldn't make it like play like what we forgot. Some of you will used to warn you, don't bring Unity Party to power. You never listen to us. Today we are here. We need to change this course. We must consider a third option. Or if CDC want to support a third option, great. United Party want to support a third option, great. But to say they will be at the helm of power or they will lead this venture, no. And we need to have this conversation. We can't run away from it. That's where we are now. The good thing is we tried both of them. We have tried both of them. And they have proven Sktv to be right, that they are useless. George Weah is useless. Joseph Boakai is useless in terms of presidency. Yes, in terms of the presidency, they're useless. In terms of leading Labrador or any kind of leadership, they're useless. But a social club, George Weah can lead a social club. He will be very good at it to lead a social club. Oh, social club, I'll roll with him all day to go hustle, do the position, do thing. That's my boy. I stay with him. I support him. He can position one or two, do that. I'll be on his side. He will be my hero in that department. But leading Labrador is not hero. He's a loser. He's a crook. George Weah is a crook as Joseph Boakai is. George Weah is as bad as Joseph Boakai. And I will not sit on a show or in public and praise George Weah because Joseph Boakai messing up. Vice versa, I will not praise. Yeah. So no, let's look into third option.
So Steve, I agree with you 100% when it comes to inaptitude, when it comes to incompetence. You know, Joseph Boakai and George Weah all in the same league. But you also made a certain point. when you talk about Joseph Boakai's experience, United Party, so-called educated people, and beyond all of that, CDC is not in power right now. CDC was removed because of lack of leadership, because of lack of competency, because of lack of idea to change Liberia for the better. Liberian people decided that they are going for the most experienced person, the most ageable person, the man with 47 years experience in government. It may turn out to be at the same level or even lower level to that of George Weah. When we are talking about their lack of leadership, when we are talking about their lack of priorities, we are talking about their corruption, we are talking about their behavior towards the Liberian people, total disregard for the rule of law. We don't want to talk about George Weah. George Weah now is no longer president. And I don't believe for a second that George Weah will ever become a president again. So whoever will love George Weah, nobody going to stop that. Let me tell you something. Even you go to Rwanda right now, you take pop, you bring pop, you got me to Liberia. CDCN or some George Weah supporter, they will still say George Weah. Nothing wrong with that. That's what they believe in. But they don't have that number to make George Weah president. They were in power. They could not retain the power. So they have the right to say they want George Weah to be president, but they can't make it. They tried. The man was president before. The man could not even be re-elected. So let them be there. Let them be there. Say happen. Nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to inaptitude, incompetence, corruption, we cannot distract ourselves. The man in power right now, the man who using all our money, the man who's supposed to use the money to buy drugs, the man who's supposed to use the money to recruit more manpower, to give people proper training, the man to decide how to use our money for the country is just a human guy. So bringing Joe Weah into that conversation right now for me is immaterial because why? Joe Weah is not going to do anything right now. Joe Weah is not in power. You even talking about Joe Weah right now, if you make him popular. Because people even forgotten what Joe Weah was ever president. Because Joe Weah did not leave anything that we should remember for instead of good. So Joe Weah people then will always be Joe Weah people. They will say, even today, tomorrow, wake them up from sleep. They will say, Joe Weah is the best president. And that's their right. That's what they believe. But they're not gonna, they don't have the power, they don't have the number to make Joe Weah president anymore. So if we are fighting, I believe, me as an opposition, all the opposition should join together and fight against this group of corrupt-minded people in Unity Party and Joseph Boakai, highlight their corruption, their inaptitude, their flagrant display of inaptitude, disrespect to the Constitution, disrespecting the Liberian people, abusing the Liberian people. That's why we should highlight collectively and fight them. Who will replace them? That will be up to the Liberian people. When we get there, we'll discuss that one. But right now, we cannot distract ourselves. The point here is not about Joe Weah, it's not about it's not about Musa Belete, it's not about Lucini Kamara or any other politician right now. The person who is leading or who is corrupting the country, destroying the country, aiding and abetting drug trafficking in Liberia is Joseph Boakai. So my intention My attention, my fight, my everything right now is for the Liberian people, and is the King Joseph Jimabwaka and the Unity Party who is taking advantage of the fear of the Liberian people from going back to war. People are afraid. People don't want no war, no more war. People don't want no more wahala. They want nothing. They just want peace. But just back people, then they're taking advantage of that. So I think using any minute or second to talk about anybody else who served in the past and they're already not there is a waste of time. Our energy, my energy will be directed to Joseph Mabwakai because I know people who already passed there, they did nothing. The Liberian people already made decision on them. So my focus is on the incompetent Joseph Mabwakai, who is helpless, who is sick, who cannot think for himself, who cannot even make decision on his own. He's just there like a statue. They putting picture on him, they putting t-shirt around his neck to take a picture. They writing something and give it to him. He said he want to write it. When they write something, they give it to the man. They say the man come go read it. When you finish reading, they say man take no question. That's the man I'm worried about right now because we still have 4 years to go. Steve, I'm afraid. If we're gonna have a country after Joseph Jimabwakai.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Let's hear from more because I got to rebut to your statement.
The same condition you lay out, Steve, for Joseph Jimabwakai and George Weah concerning the Liberian people in their way how they think. Yesterday, something major happened, and I was just sitting here just laughing. Our people, like it seems like the emotion is stronger than the logic as always, right? Yesterday, and let me get deviate a little bit. Yesterday, there was a picture circulating in the media about Timothy Weah going to Olympe Marcel, and all you saw, congratulations, great to Timothy Weah. I was like, use people. I see what they say. We have the second lowest IQ in the world. What happened yesterday? I'm not saying Timothy Weah is 25 years old, but they stand up for him because of that name Weah, right? When a club loans you, it means you are surplus of requirement. It's a declining state in your career. It's a negative because it means we don't need you. It's almost like you're a banjo. So he went to Juventus. I was looking at the contract details yesterday, and I guess in the response from I said, "You people don't ask questions. You don't investigate nothing." I mean, you could tell that Weah, even though he was the dad, but he was not happy. Don't forget, Weah played for Olympe Marseille at the end of his career, not in the prime of his career. And in the morning game, maybe when you're 2019, you play on the maybe in 27, 28, that reaching your prime. Before 32, you're already going down. Soccer players now retire on average 33, 34, 35, you lock your injury, sometimes 30. Somebody can retire at the age 30. And Timothy Weah now is 25. So what Juventus did, Juventus look at the number, they said out of 78 appearances, he only scored 7 goals in 7 years, which was way below standard. That's why they are loaning him. And loaning him means that because his contract runs to 2028. So they only gave him a $1 million offer, they loan him, and Olympe Marseille now is taking the advantage. But what they don't understand is whenever a club is taking over from a loan, it means that your value has already depreciated in the market. They can give you pennies on the dollar because you are loaned. The club don't want to carry the financial burden, so they're looking for another club to come and share. So when I look at Weah yesterday, the picture, even though you know that his son, I know I'm not trying to compare Timothy Weah with Manon because he will never be like he died. He died was something extraordinary. So that one, there is no question. It's a big shoe to fill. But being at this particular stage in his career, he should be, I say, people should be admonishing him beginning to work hard because there is still time. At least he get 5 more years to improve. But you cannot be congratulating a loan deal. A loan deal means he's surplus to requirement. He's not as good as they thought he was. He's a waste of their money. So how can you be present? Look, our people, man, we got a long way to go in that country. And that's just our own Facebook yesterday. Congratulations, Timothy Weah, you are great. I said, what are you talking about? What are you guys talking about?
Mom, let me tell you something. You know, I didn't want to talk about this. I thought something big happen. So I went to do my research. I follow everything. I follow the loan amount. I follow if they decide to keep him after loan, how much he will get.
Yeah,
And I
14
went and looked at 40
for 5 years, and that's going to the club. Now the person not 10.
Yeah. So when I look at all of those things, I read it and I started listening, watching the reaction from the Liberian people, even some of my own friends. Hey God, I just started from my country. Our IQ I don't. They say we are what? The second?
They say we second the one near to Nipa. Nipa. We got a lower.
We are the second. You're making it. No, but you're laughing and making it look funny. You're laughing and making it look funny.
We are the second.
They say we're the stupidest people.
Yeah, but
no, Mr. Kane,
but this is bad. But this is bad.
Chief, I beg you, let me just make it clear to my woman and my papa. My own and my papa when they say ask you and me, whether you stupid or you're not stupid. They say the whole world with the second stupid group of people. The whole world. So I want to know be acting the way we acting.
We the president for administration.
All the stupid people in the world, we the vice president for them. That's what they say. I will act you very low. Oh, that's what they say.
Who the president? Who the president that will serve you as vice president?
I think I'm Napa or something like that. Napa. Napa is the president. Napa leading all the stupid people in the world. So when you go to them, country, at that point, there's stupid thing going on there, nothing serious. So we next to them. So that when we see in our country, they can dress our president, even though he's dragging costume, they post something like that. They show him like that. Stupid people say they are so crazy. Stupid.
You know what? I mean, I want them to
yes. So quickly, let me just give my take. I think Mo started with something very, very good with when it comes to politics, how we do politics in 2005, and I think it's something that we got to look at and we got to do some adjustment, because if we don't do, let me be frank and let me be fair and tell us Liberians that we may let it go back. You know, some of us, we were here doing the election, we said these things. If you're saying that, in fact, you don't want to go to, or maybe to continue with the New Testament, that was my voice here on the radio. Don't go back to Old Testament. We were saying these things, people felt like maybe, you people are supposed, no. But what we're saying, we're just telling you that change these people. Don't go back, because you're not part of the rule for 12 years. Plus, this 6 years will make 18 years. Let's be fair and let's be frank. Now we gave the party 18 years out of our lifetime. Send the war. Where are we today? And I say the party compared themselves with CDC every night and day. Somebody who rule for almost 18 years. Comparing every time with someone that rule for 6 years. Someone to war giving opportunity to rule for 6 years, squander their own opportunity. Again, my people on the show, whether we like it or not, these two political parties are always head to head. And there are people behind the scene that will support these political parties so that they can be into power, so that they can come here and do anything that they want to do. Like Mom was saying, that I'm always saying these things, that there's a cartel. And this cartel, they have the money. Even the government, even waiting for some of the people, they sit back and say, okay, yes, the Mom, Steve, and Mabel, and a lot of group of people, I think we will take, okay, yeah, let's tell Steve, or maybe let's tell Monk, and support Monk. Look, if you look at this precedent between you and myself, with all the sentiments and so forth, some Liberians that even voted for the president, they were not really winning, but because they think that President Joseph Yima Bouaka was the only man who easily match former President Weah. So what it does was, okay, yes, that pledge our support to him. If he win, we will control things. And today, they're where we are today. The same thing may let them come back. The only thing that can stop this is all Liberian opposition that will stand up and say, yes, please, we need to put stop to the United Party and CDC.
Yeah.
And let's try another group of people. Or else, we will go back.
Yes.
You like it or not?
It needs to. It's time for us to move on. I agree with you, Melbourne. We shouldn't sugarcoat it. We forgot that the same thing we did with United Party. We say, let's get focused on CDC. When we're in the opposition, we deploy everything on CDC while United Party were plotting along with other crooks. They were plotting to replace. We say, oh, you're not hold Joseph Bouaka accountable. When you won't call Joseph Bouaka, and they say, no, don't call the Papa me. We all were in opposition. Me, I will call John Wiani. I will call Joseph Bouaka. They both got in a mess. CDC and United Party can never be the option to face Liberia. We need to move on for both of them. That must stay. So can sugarcoat John Wiani? I beg you. Me, I will call John.
The problem.
Maybe you want to take off?
Yeah, maybe. And if we can make maybe anything quickly, then we'll go to the line.
No. Just take off, man. I mean,
Yeah.
We don't have
I
time.
think we're 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, so let's see our best to go to a line to interact with our people. Those of you who been following, let me see. Let me set up quickly. Yeah, indeed. All right. I think David King is right on the line. Yeah, David King, good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mayborn. Let me say good evening to all of the panelists there. Yeah, today what went on today, it was not a stand against drugs. People only came to solidify their own agreement that they are selling drugs in the country. Okay, you cannot have a president who has a drug dealer as his friend. All right, you got Dominic Molu, who were arrested with $295,000 worth of drugs in Nova County. That guy is seen in a picture in the house of the president, and you also see in a picture doing the campaign with Unity Party regalia on. He also seen sitting side by side with the president's son Tantan. This is why today you heard some of the guys who were campaigning saying Tantan played the up with the drugs. And you understand? And we're singing our own song. Okay? So for people to come up and say, oh, they came to protest, drugs does not need protest. We need radical movement against drugs in this country, not protest. And quickly to the issue of CDC and that of United Party. Look, you can say all that you want to say about George Weah. George Weah, he is the beacon of hope of this country. You can hate him, you can say whatever you want to say, but George Weah has a special grace that people like Monk, Steve, they don't have that grace. So George Weah grace go with his children.
All right, thank you to Charles Cooper. Charles, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Mayborn.
Yeah, go ahead, my dear brother.
Yeah, Mayborn, there was the first of a kind for me to be involved in the public march. I have never been involved in any public march. All of my protestation have been on Facebook and calling on the radio or going in studio. But Mayborn, the issue of trust is everybody's business. Because Mayborn, we are all directly or indirectly affected by trust. The members of trust in this country is killing Mayborn, is killing the Liberian people. You got over 80,000 plus Liberians that have been affected by drugs. So they kill drugs, not any politic, as we may call it. They got some of us were involved for the first time ever. And moving forward, Mayborn, we pledge our support to the fight against drugs. We need to set up a mass citizen action movement. If the government does not do anything in maybe the next 1 month time, boasting that the executive management.
How long you people gave the government? Because I think in your petition, how long, or what was the time frame?
We are saying that if the government cannot work, the government came out with policy statement, we done with paper-based statement, Mayborn. We need tangible actions. And Mayborn, we are saying these two parties, CDC and UP, cannot be the option for Liberia. Because these two parties have run this country for nearly 20 years for the UP. There's their 10 now, they are going to 18 years. There's their 10 if they complete it, it will be exact 18 years. We have said that Liberia needs a clear and better option. And we need to keep trying new people until we can get the right people. Because if you bring back the old people, complacency will come in. If the Liberian people cannot unmarry CDC and UP, we are not going anywhere. We are in.
All right. Thank you so much to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Isa Kamara, joining from District 4. Mayborn, what I saw today is almost like a charade. Because looking at this government, the people that are selling drugs, those guys in the community, people know those various ghettos. You see, you want to fuel drugs. People are going to fuel drugs, looking at them, some people making $70, people making $80. You get lawmakers there who are making 15,000, 17,000. You get NSA, they're not doing nothing, putting $90 million in a budget. Then you say you want fuel drugs. You look at you giving them 500,000, $1 million to fuel drugs. I'm moving that to fuel drugs only. So then I sure they come make or what. Now what I just feel, now what I always tell you like, oh, Your thank you because the way you're holding the government feet to the fire, I see your platform to be the credible platform in the whole entire country. And I will always commend you. You just continue the good way. You continue to hold the people feet to the fire. You should not mind the United Party citizen people there. That's why I say for all we that decide to be of people of good mind that love this country, we are there, we feel. The other people there, they planted in us. So that one make it will not get scraped. But we pray for people.
And that's the part there, Isa. I like that statement from you. Yeah, hello, today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, and good evening to your panel. My son is my knee at 2 times to have an extra fluid. You are me born from the beginning of this coloring today. For me, I'm not supporting it because the reason of me not supporting it because organizers, most of them, they are building the job artists use their building to do a lot of things. Today was just a day of go connect your partner and you watch the videos, you see people exchanging number, people making contact stuff. They say protesting against you. The thing for the against you is not protesting immediate action to say, oh, go color include and say, oh, yeah, money blocking, showing them to oh, I get money, you have get passing money, you are get fine, they can then you. So today, I get for sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Uncle Brian Taite. Good evening, Uncle.
Yeah, Libon, how you doing?
Well, thank God for life.
Yes, I'm following you guys. Mom, Sekou, Steve, Aliyu, you know, it's good that we continue to talk. But my issue that I have with the march is that all the people that are supposed to act, you know, all the duty bearers that didn't want marching. So what are you marching for? You got a gavel in your hand. Even the DA you marching with. Tell them to go to the community and destroy the ghettos.
The ghettos, yeah.
Yes. Even the president or press statement, the statement they read from the executive marshal, in certain portion of that era, I thought that you would say, I'm ordering the DA, say the people marching for the drug today, DA should move to the rural community and demolish
immediately.
Ghettos. But you're a DA there, you're all marching. You know, I mean, so what next now? So they go to the lawmaker then to increase budget support? I mean, I don't know. We just making fun out of ourselves.
Well,
it's unfortunate.
That's it, though. That's brought for us, Uncle. So this caller, good evening. Sorry, I don't know what you wanted to say about hello, this caller? Yeah?
Hello?
Hello, we're getting you. Go ahead. Okay.
I will tell you of 3 days by announcement. Jesus Christ is God, George, and the thing of the country on land committee is involved. Remember, these drugs are very so within our community. So if you say what we call drugs, they can buy helicopter, they can buy a whole ship. They will not solve the problem until you can't from the set of the vigilante that will work with the DEA officer and nobody will threaten some of our community. You will see the job of this country. We not get that are strong to battle the citizen. How many souls will be our community and those are not taking the job? Do the comparison. They will not stop that without waiting to fight the job. If all of them bring here and treat them in the community that after the war, when it's so happy, you will see all the nations that was 17 nations months ago. The community share after for jobs but you can bring shit. And that's where jobs is. Thank you.
Thank you so much to this caller. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. This is Victor Williamson. I'm calling from the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think from the beginning, you guys are having a shot. I think this is the day that I want to clearly agree with you people what you people are saying. That since we are the lowest active game, in the world, or one of the lowest active, which is the second lowest. No wonder why you guys on the show always saying that because you guys are all like, so I believe that is the reason why something you're always talking that don't.
Okay. Maybe Steve will respond. Chairman Steve will respond to that. Keep the calls coming on the WhatsApp line. Those of you who work, because it's indeed interesting. I know, Josepha Betty. I don't know whether you want to be part of the show this evening, but Josepha, good evening.
Yeah, no, good evening, Josie.
Yes, go ahead, my brother. You live on the SKTV show for the first time.
Yes, let me just add my voice to the many voices this evening. I think today I was on the compound. One caller just spoke my mind, so I just want to add some flavor to his statement. You see, I think you've been following an incident 2 weeks ago that occurred in Caldwell, following one of the DA officers that got killed from one of the main center that they get in Caldwell. There's an area in Caldwell called Benson Street, Caldwell. Now, if you listen to the so many stories surrounding that the officer from the DA and his death, it would be so shocking. Can you imagine? This guy went on government duty according to some reports. Guess what? Police have not yet come up with the facts finding. But you know, in Liberia, everything say there should be some truth in it. Now, according to the information, this guy went on maybe some government assignment, and then the big man in that area gave order after he arrested some drugs. The drugs big man gave order to a manpower to come and collect this guy, have him beaten up to death according to them. They said an angry crowd, and he too alone. According to the situation, he has some firearm but afraid to fire. So what am I trying to say here in short? Someone just said, you know where the ghettos are. Go to the various ghetto because you had the DA today, you had the police today. So if you carry the group, because he said all about Liberia, if you get the people marching today, he say no to drugs. If you move to one ghetto, say the people were guarded by the security, you break to area that you move to another community, you break to area that tell me you're getting rid of drugs. But the ghetto still standing support, even told me more than 10 quid to join the land in the morning. Then you're talking about you getting rid of drugs. For me, I just see it as a mere joke. If ghetto are going to be demolished today, then from my end, I know the government are going to be serious for the operation today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joseph Betty of our staff, also making his own contribution on the show. Keep the calls coming 0770. Those of you that are also calling on the WhatsApp, you can also do. Ali, let's take some international calls. Ali on the WhatsApp. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Labor, and good evening to economists. This is when we are called from Grand Bassa County. Labor, I wonder why the other people were protesting now. Actually, on July 17, our people protested against drugs to say what that family. So they wanted to go on the road there. What they go do there?
I don't know. I think they say they march against drugs. So
it sounds so frustrating that those people, they are making mockery out of themselves. They were just there to embarrass other people's movement and other people's businesses. And they were not even doing the right thing by marching with the DA people who supposed to be going in the community to remove ghettos and wild view. They too were there jubilating. I know they were celebrating foreign marching because they are the one that into the drugs business. I said, DA, you was going to go and change the drugs. Then you then marching, protesting against drugs. You got people supposed to protest against them that you marching against drugs. So it's about making mockery out of the Liberian people and the young folks that are supposed to be future leaders tomorrow, and suppressing them and killing them through drugs. It's very, very bad. So
all right.
I'm too sure that it was right for the DA to march with those people.
All right, let me go to my brother Louis. Louis, long time. Oh, good evening. Yes, sir.
I want to thank you. Today I was actually a silent listener, but you among make my day. You among spoke passionately about your country. Remember, our country is in a predicament. Remember, look at most ability forming a new political party. Look at Sir Joseph. For me, I'm told that former central bank governor is the new secretary general for the upcoming party in the U.S. Western Liberian back home for Sir Joseph. Remember, at this time, our people are still developing party. And you know the frustrating thing? It's a classic example to tell you that the leaders, all of the people that Steve, that Karen, that among you guys, including Pony, we are naming, are not the problem. The problem are the electorates. The problem are the voters, the electorate, the society. We are the problem. Can you imagine, as I speak, I'm told that, and trust me, the proliferation, you might even have out of 6 or 8 parties prior to 2029.
And the one we made all of these people to always win because the one always made for some CDC and the party to always win.
Precisely. This is the problem. The society, the electorate, we cry. I listen to Steve cry on Baka, other people cry on Joshua. Yes, they are the arrowhead. They are the focus. But the trouble are the electorate. Look at today, Mom. I was trying to say post on the show. Practically, if you look at it, you have to move into community because drugs. Tell me, you can do nothing about drugs. Even in the U.S., it's a cartel. It's a global cartel. They're powerful. They get influential people. They pass for money. But the ordinary people have to move into the community. All those ghettos and shacks. And move on because Melbourne, whether you like it or not, the guys are powerful. They got people in government, they got money, they got connection. It's a global cartel. It's all over. So what do? The ordinary man who taking the substance, who are affected in the rural community, is the community to move on those people and get rid of it. But all that you see, for nothing.
Thank you. Because when we say the people can say we're not their country. Thank you so much, Louis. Thank you. He says that for nothing. We take a few we got a WhatsApp calls keep coming back to
I think we need some time to react to all these callers.
Yeah, maybe quickly before we transition here, maybe I beg you. I'll send you a video, maybe we'll play it tomorrow or Saturday. The people who go protest for drug Benin, they're fighting for main Benin.
One of photos also circulating on the social media when one of the person there even sleeping on the country interested. Let me just take a few WhatsApp call quickly. Hello to this caller, good evening. Hello, please 1 minute, go ahead.
Yeah, let me just say this to you. Do you know that the drug dealer use situation to disobey their drugs? That protest today have the drug dealer to disobey more drugs. Even if you watch that show from Mexico, they got El Chapo. They use situation. They use barrel. They use party. They use protest to disobey drugs. So drugs is not about protest. If you want to get rid of drugs, it's not about protest. It is about action. You can only arrest those who supply the drugs, and then you're gonna get rid of drugs. But not to get on the street after they use drugs. Because you can wear a uniform and go and do the action.
All right, thank you so much. Let me see quickly to you're from where but you're leaving. Hello to Brother Prince Back Bay, right? Am I correct? Good evening. Hello. Let me see. I don't know what is going on. Hello. Yeah, but we're not getting you though. Okay, yeah, we're not getting you. So the lines very jamming. But let's go back to our team. If any of you call you quickly from the outside of Liberia, we'll give them 1 minute because all of you two always following us and contributing to the Sktv show. So we got to give you the opportunity to. Sorry, the same line is not easy where the local cost, but Mr. Kane, I think, yeah, well, maybe some of our better. Okay, let me see the WhatsApp call quickly, Mr. Kane, please. I beg you. To this caller, good evening.
Hello?
Yes.
This is GT calling from Canada, or help to you guys. To people. So, yeah, maybe today I see a lot of people trying to, I know they say they're fighting drugs. They put that phone in that country. They're really like joking business. Because today, if people fighting drugs, I think what they do today, now they can fight drugs. So be up on the draw, or maybe make a movie like if you really want to fight drug, what you today people are talking all the people seeing the street today, they don't let them deep. All the people who are acting like fighting drug. Because we see anything, everybody kind of wear t-shirt, passing around, taking walking exercise and thing, they'll say you're fighting drug. If you're real serious to fight drug, you'll know where to do.
Thank you. If you're real serious
to fight drug.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's move on now. At least our team is okay. Mr. Kane, back to you and the team.
Yeah, thank you so much. Quickly, we don't have enough time. Wanted to hear from the people, and people have spoken. I listened to many of the callers. Somebody caught my attention, but he said nothing. Louis usually speak, um, you know, smartly, and Luis is one of the usual contributor to this platform. So when he call, I expect him to say something, but he just said, look at Musability forming political party, look at Sir Joseph forming political party, and the rest of it. I don't know what that got to do with the subject matter. I don't know what that has to do with Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party be deceiving the Liberian people. And the idea that if it is not Joseph Boakai or if it is not the CDC, then it is the Unity Party. That's the mindset he's trying to promote. People should not fund different political party. We should continue to do Real Madrid and Barcelona between United Party. He's trying to do it smart way. That's the mindset he has. He has been carrying on this for a very long time, and I know it. No, we're not going to do that. We will find alternatives.
Yeah.
It can never be Joseph Boakai or United Party. It can never be George Weah or CDC. Alternative, Liberian people will have the choice. I know CDC love that kind of people and that kind of comment, because you know what? Oh, it's a 4-2-3 party, and Joseph Boakai, United Party or CDC will win again. No, they will not win. They will not win. They are showing the Liberian people that they are unable to lead the country. They are classless when it comes to leadership. They do not have what it takes to lead. They are incompetent. They are inept. They have nothing in their arsenal to lead Liberia. So nobody should carry that mindset that if it's not Unity Party, then it's the CDC. No.
Yeah.
CDC may join or support any other political party or any other political leader with different mindset, with different political ideology, with different plan for Liberia. But the plan for the CDC and the plan for Unity Party are failure. They're not going to take Liberia anywhere. That's what I wanted to say.
I agree with you 100%, Mr. Kane. Go ahead. Mr. Kane, I agree with you 110%.
Yeah, I mean, concerning what Louis said, I think he raised a point. I mean, it's not 100%. It's also a talking point. It all depends how you look at it too. Because when you hear about the leg of Sir Joseph, who happened to be a sedition, and he forming a party with a guy like Milton Weeks. Milton Weeks was a guy that printed more than what the legislature approved, right? We paraded him and Orange Johnson in Liberia for stealing and corruption, for even defying legislative authority. If you hear the name of Milton Weeks servicing your new party, you think you're going to buy into the ideology of that party? So I understand the point concerning that. We want alternative. I think that's where he was speaking from. We need a better alternative. But sometimes too, like I said on the show, when you give people too many options, it becomes very tough in making better decisions. And I think Milburn said talk about this. We have almost like 45 or 47 political parties now. I will want an alternative. I want to devote the whole idea that we can only limit Liberia to Unity Party and CDC, but also in the process, we got to be very mindful about some of the major players that will be surfacing as well. Because if you bring us Sir Joseph, how can I differentiate CDC from Sir Joseph? Sir Joseph rode the CDC capital to become a prominent lawmaker. He been there for long. Why now he want to create a new party? Sir Joseph, he has so many ideas. Why you couldn't implement those ideas or give it to the people that were in the position of authority in CDC? Matter of fact, you're a sitting lawmaker. You represent a county that is the number one, I would say, the macro coast on the entire country in Monserrato County. So I will partially agree with Luis. We don't want to limit the country to CDC and Unity Party, but equally so we have to be mindful about some of the players and their motive. Because if I'm hearing of Milton Weeks, it's just going to reignite my memory about the same past failed leadership and rampant corruption and stealing. Because Milton Weeks was hung up in public, paraded in orange jumpsuit just a few years ago. So if you want to tell me you want to bring something new, and then Milton Weeks happen to be the pillar of that new party, then you are now a new party. So I will take it with a grain of salt. Also, yes, we want to proceed with caution also, so that we can muddy the water, so that we become the victim of the Unity Party and CDC.
So
well, let me. I think I'm done at the no point, right?
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, let me start off by saying, first of all, I believe in the process of elimination. George Weah and Joseph Boakai should not, including the accomplices, whether are they Jeremiah Kuhn, Joel Howard Taylor, Yombli Kanga Lawrence, Darius Dillon, Sir Joseph, all these people who have been around the power of corridor. When we say we're looking to a new alternative, we're not talking about anyone and then now, so Joseph Boakai and Joseph Boakai last say he was Paka, then you're putting there. That's what we're discussing. We don't, even your vice president and other people, we not want them. We want change. Maybe I'll leave it with you.
Thank you. So let me just say to more quickly, let me add up to more to what more just said. You know, sometimes we'll come here, we just want to be fair enough, because the issue of Appleton today, because if I committee in the 2023 election more speak volume, because he was placed on spot number 1. Nobody knew Appleton, but just because of his position on the ballot paper. So sometimes what we are saying is that you want to change these people, but if you have 24 or 25 political parties on the ballot paper,
let me interject. You conclude. Let me interject. Appleton did not get into that position because of the position on the ballot paper. It was Appleton was willfully chosen. He was willfully chosen by people who planned the election to make it that way, to make it look like he is important. It was meant to somehow discourage, disenfranchise, and somehow kill the spirit of Alexander Cummings. That's all. It was not by mistake. It was not because of position. It was done by the people themselves. They did it willfully. So I just want to clarify that it was not done. It was not done because it was not because of the position on the ballot.
All right, that's great. So
they did it on purpose.
Yeah. So we have an election system here where you have to have 50 plus 1. And since 2005, no presidential candidate has won 50 plus 1 like that during the first round. So every time when you go into the runoff, you will see that majority of the votes or people who have a huge sum of votes will always go into the runoff. So there were all the problems for me. There were all the problems last. The only way that we can retire these two political parties, let's be frank and let's say the truth, is for us to have the all Liberian coalitions that will say yes, from today on we retire with the CDC and Unity Party. But when we have people going by themselves separate ways, let me be frank, the two political parties may likely go into runoff, first round and second round, and may likely fall back into their hands. So, Mr. Cannon, that's it for me. Again, thank you so much. Again, we all want better Liberia, but
thank you so much. We'll be here tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, folks, to all of you, thank you so much. Those of you who are watching and who've been following us, thank you so much for all of the time. Those of you that are also listening to us via the radio, this is Liberia. We all got to disagree to agree, but at the end of the day, we all got to put Liberia first. So, good night.
We take out 1 minute. Let me use that 1 minute.
Yeah,
to say this.
Maybe. I know you want to say
2029, there will be no Unity Party and CDC in the runoff. Whoever will follow, whoever will follow the CMC to the runoff. And we don't care who comes second.
And that's good.
CMC will be number 1. That I can assure 100%. Watch and see.
All right. All right, that's good. But yes, that's good. But we just pray to God that all goes that way. Because elections is numbers. Good night, people. Good night from our end. We see you on tomorrow. By the grace of the Almighty God, keep on loving Liberia.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here up out of the club. Foreign people who willing to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us care and the parents from there. So welcome and life without care.
I live
Master.
Le Paris ou bien quand you a que Sktv-Lib. C'est ma chérie, tina que assez ma jamo. Engi sano muni, emu aye yo. Engi lo
Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
Ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Sadia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Côte d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Sadia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Côte d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Dakariana ya tumale, Sktv, ena Dakariana, Tosi Wakama ya tumale.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bringing good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are red. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Vancouver, Bombay, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.